Good morning. Thanks for that introduction. I guess as you know that, this thing's gonna roll away. I better watch it. I'm basically the support team for the Saik'uz Council and the chief. I bring to the table most of my cultural background that I've endured through my life, hunting, fishing, cultural stuff, making baskets, just to keep that. I do that because I like it, and mostly for traditional use. So what I bring to the table to chief and council is whatever they come back with the industry, I give them what do I want to say? I bring the cultural aspect to the table and what we need to protect with Jackie, Jasmine, and Chief, and Allison. So those stuff I bring to the table, and I enforce it every time that whatever is water, hunting, fishing, that I bring to the table, so we don't miss out on the steps. I do this, like we do this for our children. We live through it, we hunt it, we fish, and I really do believe that's what's going to save us in the end, that our culture is going to save us. Me, Jackie, or whoever, go out onto the land, we might be able to, help feed everybody. Just like what I said before, I asked my grandmother when I was young, why are you teaching me all of this? It's kind of boring, I was pretty young, naive. She sat me down, when there's no dollar, no nothing, at least you have your culture to back you up, to feed your family. So that's why we're so passionate about the river, what Alcan's doing, what forestry is doing. We bring to our point of view of and say, no, you can't go this close to the river. You need to go further back even what you got right now. So we enforce those rules for our land, for our culture. So yeah. So some of the stuff I've been working on is a government MOU with Vanderhoof. So we sit down, like I say, I bring the cultural point of view of why we need an MOU. We need to keep talking because the world changes. We need to change our way of thinking about how we're going to deal with different aspects of whatever is happening, floods or whatever. So we need to keep in constant contact with government, with council chambers in Vanderhoof. That we need to. It's like a marriage. You need to have feedback from everybody, so we can make the best decision for our lands. With the co-op board, I sat in a couple of meetings. It's been pretty good meetings. The first couple of meetings, it almost felt like we didn't exist. It's almost like the first time they've seen our culture. Oh, really? I didn't know that, about stuff when I bring the cultural aspect to the board. This is why our people are the way they are. It's not wrong, it's not different. I try to explain it the best way I can so that they can understand why, there's a difference. I'm trying to mostly feel them out to bring the best thing forward for them and how the way they think. So, a couple of meetings like that with them, they really wanted to know more about our culture, other aspects of our why we are who we are. So yeah. With Robert Gagnon, I met him mostly over the phone. We've been talking about how to get our people back with our culture. Like every time I bring up subjects, our culture is always the main focus, because that's what, just like what, pardon me? Oh, we'll have questions later. Just hold your questions and they'll have you a mic. So working with Robert Gagnon, he wants to build a Slenio. He wants to teach just bring our culture back to them people, so they have something when they leave the correction center, so they're not feel like they're almost like being reborn. They're back into society, so they don't fall back into the stuff they used to do. As for the CFSN, like we're evolving as a nation, so we need to. The chiefs need to evolve with our people and with industry. So we need to look for a new way of putting our chiefs forward so they can negotiate better with industry and with government. So, there's a talk of not having our County tribal chief anymore because we kind of outgrew it. It's a position, it's mostly a position of just showing up, really. So we need to change that so we could be more updated with industry. So basically, that's it for me. I bring the culture to the table, and I always try to reinforce it that, that's who we are. Thank you.